Hello people, we're here today analyzing a bit of this, of course, current situation that we have right now in the world. This co 19. This is not cool, of course. Something that it's very concerning to the whole world, and so far, well, not to be disrespectful, sorry if I'm not finding the right way to express myself right now, but yeah, it has taken according to this, about 16,000 lives, plus the other ones that had not been registered or reported. All of this, from my perspective, from what I'm seeing right here, seems to be very, very fishy, you know. I mean, it's not impossible for a disease to spread throughout the entire world, but some things here don't really make sense. Some places where you only have one case confirmed of this disease, supposedly, and of course, if it's a single case, then I don't think that that individual lives by themselves in that country. So in which way did they get infected? Did they happen to travel from their place to another place in the world, another country, another continent, and that's how they got the disease? Or that doesn't make too much sense. There's many locations, as you can see here, which only have one or two to up to three or four cases, and that seems to be very, very fishy. And some of those places are places that are not even really that concurred at all. They rarely have people going into them or out of them. But yeah, I'm not meaning any disrespect towards any country here, of course. I'm just saying that it's very strange right now to see 195 countries affected by it. And of course, as we can see right now, the top 5 countries, of course, are the origin country and other ones, which are, of course, China, Italy, the United States, Spain, and Germany. Those seem to be the most affected ones, including Iran. Actually, Iran also, France, Korea, Switzerland, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Australia, Belgium, Norway, Australia, Portugal, Sweden, Brazil, Turkey, Malaysia, Denmark, Canada, Israel, Czechia, Japan, Ireland, Pakistan, Luxembourg, Thailand, Saudi Arabia, Poland, Finland, Greece, Iceland, sorry, Indonesia, Romania, India, Singapore, and Qatar. And well, I can keep going on and going on, of course. But in the end, it's very interesting that there's a good number of countries up there with thousands and thousands of infected people already. And as you can see by the whole chart that they have here, the place with most confirmed cases overall, in the end, seems to be focusing in Europe. This disease started in China, and even if you put all the cases in China all together, according to what is reported here, which I don't believe that's the true number, it doesn't make any sense at all, how there's more people on the other side of the world, I mean on the same, of course, territory, you could say, a land that you can still cross through big vehicles. It's not something that you need to cross the ocean to get to, but still, it's on the other side of that land. There's more cases right there than in China. China is the main place where this started, and still, Europe, if you take in consideration all the cases that they have in the whole continent, they surpassed China's amount of infected people. So it's a bit weird, you know. At the same time, I know it's not impossible. I know there's a huge variant, even if all of these people, in many cases, they don't have necessarily people going from China to their countries, but still, you know, like somebody from China could have traveled to United States or to Europe without knowing they had the disease, and they started spreading the disease. And then somebody from Africa went to Europe, or somebody from Europe went to Africa, and well, you know, there's many variants here in place. Like there's many situations or ways for people to get infected. So it's ever so interesting, but at the same time weird that we have these places with just one case, or less than even 10 cases inside of them, when of course all of this time has passed already, which seems to be around 2 months since this started in Wuhan in China. So in the end, I don't know, I don't want to be, and I am not trying to be the contender of any conspiration or conspiracy, sorry, but in the end, there seems to be some misconstrued information here, something that is of course maybe way more out of proportion than what is actually being reported. And I know you don't want to, if you have some very bad news, you want to stop them from being, you know, like like a huge thing that could create a lot of chaos, you know. But if you're going to be reporting diseases and numbers, I think you should be more accurate when you report such information, because, well, in the end, it's always better to be more truthful with the other people. I mean, if you're trying to do your job correctly, of course. In the end, what I see here is possibly something that is not well presented to us, you know. And I'm well aware that in any case, if they have already confirmed, from what I can see here, 375,000 cases, in the end, it seems like there could be actually double or triple or even 10 times more cases. Like there could be actually 3 million people out there with this disease. Who knows how many people have it? Who knows? I may already have it already. Sorry, but of course, that's just a way of saying, wow, like if it takes from 1 to 2 weeks for you to notice that you have the disease, and according to this, from what I've heard, if you're going to detect this disease by coughing and having, you know, like difficulty to breathe, I don't know, people, like in the end, this disease, it's taking a lot of resources, of course, from the medical field. And in the end, I don't believe that we have all the accurate information being shown to us through this chart. In the end, well, of course, it's always pretty much impossible for you to keep track of this, especially with all the, well, non-well organized medical institutions that, well, don't have the chance to attend all of the people that they have trying to get through to them. And of course, we also have to take into consideration all of the people who could be, you know, just going through a fever or a flu that is causing them a lot of cough, and well, because of this weather that we're getting out of, like we're just barely starting spring, all of these people who are thinking that they have this corona splits virus, sorry, I just need to have something to disguise the word, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, all of these people who think that they have the virus when in reality they're just going through a flu. And well, all of the other people who are not aware that they have the virus and still they're just going through their normal lives. And who knows, they may be spreading the virus way further around their community, their city, their state. And well, like these things spread quickly from this look of things. As you can see, if Italy already has 63,000 people with this disease, in Spain too, and as I told you before, like Italy and Spain together, we don't even need to take in consideration Germany or France or Switzerland or the Netherlands. Just those two, from what is being reported here, seem to have more cases already than China. That's nonsensical at all. Like, this started in Wuhan, and yet China was, the main place where this took place. And only two countries from Europe already have more cases than they do. Something is not right there. Maybe they're trying to disguise something. They're trying to make it look as if China is not as affected as they are by this virus. And like I said, I mean no disrespect to anybody that has been affected. For what I know, me or my family or a friend or somebody that I know could be already infected by this disease, and I don't even know. So yeah, I mean, in any case, I need to be very careful and try not to take this information to heart, but just try to be very careful of when you're going to go out and how do you go out. Like, try to stay as far as possible from other people, especially if you see them that they look kind of sick. And of course, just to stay generally away from people, because some people may not even have any kind of symptoms and they may be already infected. It's not like you're going to see somebody coughing and that's going to be your ticket to know they're infected or that they have the virus. They could be looking all dandy and normal, but they could be still infected. So it's not always your ticket to see somebody with some symptoms and know that way they have the disease, the virus. So yeah, just to be sure, stay out of the way of all the people who could be infected by this disease. In any case, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye. See you in the next one.